Welcome back to It's a Tool Thing. Today doing a little update video on the Husky cart that I purchased a while back. I first tried just using the lower part here, using it for a kind of a tool caddy, I guess, underneath the vehicle. Just remove the top section, the legs, and just use this lower part with these wheels installed, which were the original factory wheels. As you can see, one side was swivel, one side was straight, which is definitely not ideal. But the other problem I really had with it is you can see the height of these wheels. That would be the underside of this unit here, and was a little too tall. It wasn't unusable, but it definitely was an issue. So fortunately for me, being kind of a tool hoarder, I had some of these snap-on wheels off of creepers. I had a whole bunch of them actually. Over the years I've collected everybody's broken creepers when they've ran them over, or some of them actually came from that Epic toolbox I purchased. There were a few in there of these snap-on ones. I've got some other ones too, but I just went ahead and used all the snap-on ones on these. And obviously this is going to have this shank, but I'm going to hold it upside down because that shank's going to be part at the bottom of the floor of the tool caddy. So you can see, I mean, it's less than half the distance or so of the wheel. So it shortens it up quite a bit. In comparison, let me slide this wheel here just as an example. As you can see here, the wheel's almost as tall as this bin, and that bin would have been sitting on top of it. So of course these wheels weren't designed to be on either one of these units. I went ahead and did them both here. I haven't got to test them out yet. I actually just did this modification last night. But it'll definitely help. This one's here that I'm showing on screen is probably going to work a little bit better than the other one. I'll show you why here in a minute. As far as usability or maneuverability. As you can see here, I've modified those. I had to actually cut out some of the structure here to be able to get the full rotation. And I just used one of the wheel holes here. I had to bore that out to be able to mount the wheel. It was actually just about the right thickness for that spacer. I had to put two thin washers on the top, the spacer here that holds the nut basically. And they go on the top side, so they're not changing the height. I did that to all four sides. This one's going to probably work pretty well. The other one I'm a little concerned about. I'll show you why here. I'm sure it'll probably work fine, but it's going to be a little more tippy. As you can see right here, if I push on the corner, it's pretty stable. But on this one, the wheels are inset just slightly further. And that was a choice I ended up making on this one due to the pattern underneath. I may have to revisit that at some point. But as you can see here, to be able to get it to swivel, this one I actually didn't have to cut down because the thickness of the plastic, it's not designed to have a wheel through that spot. So let's see if you can see on this other wheel, I've actually got a nut as a spacer. So it's raised up slightly. But doing that allowed me to get full rotation without having to do any other modifications besides drilling the hole through the body. But as you can see, the wheels are a little bit towards the center line, which is definitely not ideal. At some point I may have to revisit this and maybe move the wheels out. But if I move them out in this area with these ridges, I'm definitely going to have to cut it back quite a bit. I'm going to try it out this way. I think it'll work fine as long as I'm not putting anything too heavy on it. For the most part, I just want to be able to stick a few wrenches and stuff, and maybe the bolts that I'm taking off or putting back on in it. That way I don't have to keep sliding the bin around. So I'm going to use one of these in the shop truck. I don't know. I might actually think about using this one in the shop with the handle. But this one might actually end up being the one in the shop truck, just because this will give me a way to hang it out of the way, because that's been another issue currently. So that's my current modification on the cart, converted to a tool storage thing. As you can see, this one here's got a little bit of transmission fluid on from the last time I used it. And there goes the dog. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.